need you to roll this back to camp, okay? There we go. Nice. Take that back. Good job there, Ribby. Agent Hummingbird solving the log mystery.
Need to wedge something in there and just pry this whole, like this is the best part of fatwood yet. Like look at all that, that's all fatwood.
Oh wow.
That's pure fatwood, smell that right there.
Oh, that smells good. What is up, adventure agents? Agent Tex here. We are preparing for the winter, for the rains here. Welcome to the bushcrafting, log cabin building, zombie survival preparedness video series. Oh, that smells so good.
This is like the strongest.
Agent Axe here, mining this pitched wood here, this giant dead fir log here.
That just by wedging the tip of the axe in there, you can easily just...
Agent Axe is wedging the axe. Yeah, you're right, that's true. Yeah, so this is called pitched wood or fat wood, depending on who you ask. And it is the resin, the sap, that settles in the bottom of the tree, and whenever it dies, that resin just stays there, and it actually what did you say yesterday?
It's like gasoline.
Yeah, well, but what did you say? We were talking about the difference between preserving and what? Reserving, yeah. Preserve and reserve. So this is a great example of the definitions of those words, because he was like, aren't they the same thing? So this resin is preserving. You can tell where the wood is rotted out here, like that. And you can tell where the resin is settled because it is hard and it's still preserved. So we are going to take this wood that nature preserved for us, and we are going to reserve it for later. Today, the goal is to actually lay down the logs, to notch the big logs and lay some of them down. But here's the thing. We actually have another window of time. We're supposed to film another video for another channel, Life Learning Littles, with Agent Trinity, my wife, but she's going to be preparing for that. So we got another hour or so, or maybe two. And I really need, because the rain's coming tomorrow, I really need to finish waterproofing the roof here for our shelter that we're going to use while we're building, to shelter us while we're building the log cabin over there. And some of you may remember last episode, we gathered a bunch of moss. You can see the moss in the back of the go-kart, and on the other side of the tree there in the wagon. So we need to put that moss on, and what we were doing earlier is we were cutting firewood. We need to get the dry firewood logs out of the rain and underneath our shelter here, because once it starts raining, boy, it's gonna be wet for months. So we have this little window of time to also get this pitchwood. Now, some of you may ask, well, what is it with this pitchwood? What's so important about this? What is so important about this pitchwood?
It's like it has a drop of gasoline in each piece.
Yeah, right. It burns really hot. And it helps here in the Pacific Northwest to have this really hot burning fuel for our fires, because the wood, even if we keep it protected, is going to get moist. So we need this wood. So we're going to go ahead and harvest this pitchwood right now. I think it's a great idea. Thank you, Agent Axe, for suggesting this.
Look! Oh!
Oh, look at that. Nice.
Look at all that.
Oh, wow.
That's like...
That is so fantastic. They sell that. That is money right there. But we're not going to sell it. We're going to use it. All right, I'm going to try to wedge it. Oh,
oh yeah!
oh, my heart is. Oh. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's going to last us all winter. So up here in Washington, there's really only 2 trees that do this, pine and fir. And pine really aren't in this area. They're in the more drier areas in eastern Washington. We're in western Washington. And so for pitched wood, fir is really our main option here.
Daddy, wolves don't live here, right?
Wolves?
Mm-hmm.
No, unfortunately.
Coyotes do, right?
Yeah. Yeah, humans kind of drove the wolves out of Pacific Northwest here. So what we're going to do here is I want you to shave off these pieces. You put your hand on the top of the knife here, kind of wedge it between your leg there. You can do it any way, but and then see that? These are the shavings you want to get, and that will catch fire. You want it to be as thin as possible. And these little shavings will be what you use to start your fire. You give it a try. You gotta put the back of your hand. There you go. There you go. So on the last episode, we collected more moss from the big leaf maple trees here in the Pacific Northwest on the property that we live on. We're talking about, again, the symbiotic relationship that takes place and has taken place between this moss and trees, but specifically the big leaf maple trees, over the past however many millions of years. We were talking about the different types of symbiotic relationships, and I forgot which one this relationship is labeled by science as. And so the type of symbiotic relationship that it is, and I forgot to mention this again, figure it out, is commensalism. The idea of commensalism is that the moss is able to grow on the trees, but the tree is not positively or negatively affected by the moss growing on it, according to science, most scientists, right? And then the other type is parasitism, which is another kind of symbiotic relationship in which a parasite essentially only takes from the relationship, and the host doesn't actually positively benefit, it actually negatively benefits from it. And then there is communalism, which is that both parties benefit from the symbiotic relationship. So, Agent Axe, I just want to remind you that it's commensalism. And I think what that has to do with is the word like commence, you know, like you're able to just continue doing what you're doing. It's like the moss is like, just commence, just continue on like nothing's happening. Don't worry about it, you know, nothing to see here. I'm just growing on you. I think that's the idea there. I love looking into these things. I love observing in nature specifically. So what you making for breakfast here, Agent Axe?
Lunch.
Breakfast, lunch. He's making breakfast for lunch.
Dad? Come here, baby. Can you get me some sticks for my fire?
That's yours. River, food's ready. Toast.
All right, come on, Ribby. Thank you, Agent Axe, for making this food. We really appreciate it. Food. Oh, that's great. So, again, Chef Axe has made a masterpiece here. This is dirty eggs. And gluten-free toast. Oop. With some summer sausage sliced and placed on it. And butter. Food is the fuel that your body needs to do the best you can in the world.
And smoke is not.
Smoke is not. Yeah, smoke's kind of blowing over here.
You never love smoke.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Because smoke could save your life. Like,
I like smoked sausage, smoked ham.
The time that Bear Grylls got rescued by a plane.
Smoke signal, yeah. You make a big smoke signal. Everything in the world has a balance, right? There's a balance in nature. A tree dying means life for other creatures and organisms, right?
That old stump
this beef, this cow that died, for the people to make sausages, the butcher to make sausage here, will give life to us. Smoke can be bad and can be good. You know, there's a man, a long time ago, somebody said that, man said, that nothing is evil of itself, or bad of itself, but to those who consider it to be evil, to them it is evil. And so it's all about perspective. And you have your perspective. That's kind of one of the most important things you have. You have your own perspective. You can choose to take the perspective. The same man, his name is Paul, and he said, I think myself happy. And he said that while he was, I think, in jail. So, I think myself happy. So even though he was in a situation that most people would consider to be bad, he took a perspective to be happy, even in that situation. Sometimes life can be very, very difficult, oftentimes. Hard, painful, depressing. It's important sometimes to choose to take a perspective that is a perspective of hope and love. Loving yourself, even though you don't feel good sometimes, right? Loving other people, even though they may not be treating you so well sometimes. I love that Agent Axe made this food, and I love you, and I appreciate that you made this food. Thank you.
Good.
So you're starting to pull the axe down when you're like right here. You need to start to pull it down when you're up here. So that way you can get a lot more leverage there. There you go. Nice. There you go. Nice. Ooh.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh, good shot. Almost split it with your hand. Yeah. There you go.
What? And then this one, like
one more. All right. Smaller it gets, the more deadly your aim needs to be. Same thing with zombies.
Yeah.
The smaller the zombie, the more deadly your aim needs to be.
Oh, got it. Kill the zombie.
Oh, let's see. Come on. Go stack it over there. Go. Oh, so what's your story?
So, on Ice Age, there's this funny looking animal
Yeah.
that it's kind of like a gray moose without any antlers.
Oh, okay.
And it had a pink nose like a pig. And Sid runs into him and Sid says, ew. And then the animal says, sorry, my stomach hates me. Because his stomach hurts.
His stomach hurts. Do you think maybe he ran into him and he said, and maybe he farted?
Oh.
Do you think that's why he said ew? And then he said, sorry, my stomach hates me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when your tummy's feeling like, oh, sometimes you fart. Maybe that's what happened.
You're strong.
Thank you,
Seesaw,
man.
go to seesaw one time.
Okay. One, two.
Yay, seesaw.
I did too.
You get on this side.
You know, Ribby? Whoa.
Ah.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to scoot a little bit further up.
This is perfect.
Down horse, up horse.
Down horse. Up
Like that,
horse.
scoot up a little bit
Down
more.
horse.
Scoot forward.
Up horse. Down horse. Up horse.
And the equation is balanced.
What?
A plus H equals T. Axe plus hummingbird equals Tex. That's the equation. A plus H equals T. Because their side of the equation is balanced almost perfectly with my side of the equation.
I'm just gently going down.
That's algebra. Algebra and physics. We already learned that last episode.
Oh.
Oh no! The
We were-
equation is imbalanced!
You
The
were
equation is imbalanced! Oh no! The world is ending!
Like a nice age.
Yeah.
Oh.
Woo.
Oh.
Oh.
Again.
Oh, you Tracker. It's all right. So let's see what happens if we add Agent Tracker to the equation. She jumps down.
Yum. Yum. Ooh. You got that.
So Agent Trinity and I often refer to Agent Axe as our Sour Patch Kid because If you've ever seen the Sour Patch Kid commercials, you understand what we're talking about. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Or you know, I don't know, he could be like, first he's sweet, then he's sour. But Axel is a child of extremes, and he can be immensely sweet and helpful and kind, and he can also be immensely abrasive and difficult and troublemaker. I love it. I love him having these extremes, because we all have these things, right? We all have our problems and troubles and faults, and it just means, I think, that he's putting out his best in life whenever he'll go really hard at one thing and like, oh, that was bad, you know, and he'd go really hard at another thing and, oh, that was good, and that's how you learn, you know. So when it comes to River and Axel, he has been so wonderful with her, but he's also been so difficult. Earlier today, I had to run him off almost. I had to be like, get away, Axel, go away, because you are doing nothing but being unhelpful with River, and it's just, and I hold you responsible mainly because you're 11 and she's only 4. So after he went away in the woods for a little bit, he came back, and then he spent about an hour with River, just like helping her and talking to her, and then they said, oh, we want to go to the pond, and then they went off to the pond, and it's just so wonderful. And we get a lot of comments from people saying, oh, you know, you never tell your kid no, or Axel you never show him having a bad attitude or whatever, and I think people just don't understand how difficult it is to share your raw life on the internet, and we have to be very careful about the way in which we do this, and we have to consider him in that. And so I don't really show things that are negative unless we can resolve it on camera. I really try not to, because I feel like that's an unfair representation of things.
Beaver Prince, come here. Beaver Prince.
I'm not here.
Beaver Prince.
I'm trying to get a monologue B-roll shot. All right. Where's Beaver Prince?
Beaver Dam.
Where?
Beaver made a dam.
Ah, that's neat. I mean, I don't know if that's a beaver dam or they just, you know, the way you can tell is...
But look, that looks like a little footprint.
I don't know that.
I don't know. I think it would be more substantial if it was really a beaver here.
See? He's fishing. No, you should. So. A little more that way. Just a tiny bit. Or exactly across.
Yeah. Okay. I walk to you, okay?
See?
Ow!
All right, so do either of you know what I just wrote
A plus B equals C.
on that rock?
A plus B equals C.
A plus B equals C, okay. But what is the little numbers above the A, the B, and the C at the top
There's
corner?
6.
6.
Or
That-
upside down 9.
No, it's actually a 2. It's Daddy's poor writing. I did pretty good. It's
No, you didn't.
I did. It's a 2 that you're not used to seeing. That is called an equation, okay? And this is algebra.
That is how you draw a good 2.
What is that?
2,221.
Oh, 1, okay.
2,220. What's that?
A 0.
So, that is called an equation. And do you know how you were sitting, we were doing the balancing on the seesaw earlier, on the logs? And I was telling you that we represent an algebraic equation. This equation is a written equation. That was a physical equation, a physics equation, right? And this is just a written equation, and it has to do with geometry, right? So it's a blend of geometry and algebra.
What does it do with A, B, C's?
So what squared is it's that number times itself. So A squared, if A was 2, A squared is 2 times 2, okay? If B was 2, then B squared is 2 times 2. Or B is 3, B squared is 3 times 3, okay? Now, this is, I'm going to have to look it up because it's been a while. So that equation I just wrote out is called the Pythagorean theory or equation. And it has to do with triangles, essentially. And so, just like the equation of us balancing on the log there, distributing our weight and leverage, we are needing an equation to make sure that these that this whole log cabin is going to be what's called square. And
do you know what I know?
What?
Apparently not. I know what a square is.
Yeah, but we want the square to have right angles here, right? So
square angles.
Yeah, so we want this square to have right angles. So that equation, A, represents this distance right here, the distance between these two logs. See that? And then B represents the distance between these two logs. C represents the distance between where these two logs meet on the inside and those two logs over there. And what we want is we want the distance to be the same between this corner here and that corner over there. Am I losing my audience here?
No.
I need you two to help me to fill out this equation, okay? Can you help me?
It's basically like 2 + 2 = 4.
I'm like a beaver.
That is an equation, yes. I'm trying to do mathematics over here. I got a couple monkeys. River's chewing on some tree bark. And Axel
is 2.
Okay, so now we're going to measure this, okay? I need you to follow Daddy's instructions.
My name is Monkey.
Okay, Monkey, I need you to follow my instructions, okay? Hold this measuring tape right there, okay? Right there, okay? Now we're getting measurement A. Measurement A is 11 feet 2 inches, okay? A equals 11 feet 2 inches. I need you to help me to get measurement B, okay? All right, 118 inches. So A is 134, B is 118, okay? Okay, everyone, so we have A represented here, B represented here, and then C. So A is 134 squared. B is 118 squared, and we need to figure out what number C is. The way we figured out what C is by multiplying it out. We know 134 squared means what?
It means 134.
Times what?
Times 2.
Not times 2, times itself. A number squared is that number multiplied by itself. So 134 times what?
134.
Yes, 134 times 134 equals 17,956.
What?
118 times
118
equals 13,924. Now we need to add those two numbers up. 13,924 plus 17,956 equals C, 31,880. So C, 31,880. Okay, but now we need to get the square root of C. How do we get the square root of C? Well, we just press the little button that gives us the square root of C.
Press C.
By pushing that button on the calculator. Now we could do it, but since we have this tool, we're going to use it, okay? Boom. 178.54. So 178 and a half inches. 178 and a half inches. That is what should be, for this to be square, the distance between here and there and there. All right, Agent Axe, fold it right there. There you go. Fold it. 178 and a half. Okay. This is 180 and a half. Okay?
2 inches more.
2 inches more. Okay, now hold this right there, Agent Monkey. All right. Let's see. Hold it tight. Hold it tight. 176 and a half. So, one is 2 inches less, and the other is 2 inches more. Okay?
So it's going to be a little bit more rectangular in this way, like this side is
So it's not exactly square. But for a rough built log cabin, that is good enough. Now I can adjust them a little bit. I could move this log a little bit this way and that log a little bit that way, and we would have it perfect. So I need to move it about 2 inches
Daddy,
this
you
way,
can
2 inches
tell.
that way, and it'll make it just about exactly square. So basically, to solve this problem, all I'm going to do is move this log a little bit this way, just a little bit, and then I'm going to move this log a little bit that way, and that's it. Now it should be the same. 178 and a half, 180, 180. It's close enough.
Wait, I want to get it to 178 and a half.
Okay, all right. All I have to do is move it a little bit, that way, and that's it.
I want to.
All right, so this cabin it's square enough. Let's get to work.
Hold it right here, River. Really sweet.
Did that go there?
That's the chisel.
Right now it is. It's called a wedge, but.
How do you do this?
That's elk. That's elk. It's coming from that direction.
That's a curved edge. No.
That's looking great. That's looking awesome. Wow.
I can't see at all on that side though.
Uh-huh. So we are missing the instructions for this log cabin
Wait,
here.
we lost them?
So Agent Axe is looking at a
Daddy!
picture of what it's supposed to look like in the end.
Alright.
We've devolved. We've devolved here. I think this whole like primitive making a log cabin is getting to us.
That. Another one.
That is so cool. Wow.
These
Give me
were
5.
supposed to go on some part of it, but
Nice. So you think that's how our log cabin's gonna look like?
this one's more rectangular.
It's got
This is like a luxury mansion for a beetle.
a luxury mansion for a beetle.
There's a beetle in it right now.
Really?
Yeah. See, it's on the windowsill.
Oh,
And it just crawled up from down there.
wow, you are one lucky beetle. I really hope that our log cabin looks this good. We're gonna have a chimney, with smoke coming out. Hey, look, watch. Look. It looks a little bit like smoke's coming out of our chimney now. There's a campfire in the background. You're gonna hack sideways, boop, until these chips fly. And then that way, until they fly. Okay. That's good. Roll it. It worked? Wow.
Perfect.
That's great. It's a little wobbly because I did it at the wrong angle. There is our Lincoln log cabin. Fit together nice.
Where did you put the coal?
Nice, nice, nice. It's almost as nice as Age and Axe's cabin here. Not quite. All right, agents, well, today was a successful day. We got quite a bit done, right?
Well, today and yesterday.
Yeah, actually, technically, this is the next day. It didn't end up raining very much, but we got a lot of extra moss on the roof, and the rain is coming. It was like 40% chance of rain. Rained a little bit last night. It's gonna 100% chance of rain is in the next day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. It's all rain. So we got a lot of extra moss on that roof. Hopefully it's gonna hold. We'll see. Our next episode is gonna be a rain episode, right? It's gonna be an episode, I think, where we're gonna be out testing out and seeing how the fort does in the rain. Would that be cool? I think it'd be neat. I'm gonna be out here checking it out for sure. And we got our Lincoln log cabin started.
I think Faven is not going to want to sleep on there anymore.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, it's gonna be all wet. Yeah. So what did we learn today? We learned about what
Algebra. I thought you were talking about owl.
Algae. We learned about algebra. Algebraic.
I thought you were talking about owl.
I know. So we learned about algebra, and we learned about physics. We learned about geometry, and we learned where algebra and geometry meet. All of this we learned.
And we learned math.
Out here.
And we learned math.
And
2 plus 2
mathematics.
equals 4.
Yeah, algebra is a form of mathematics. I love learning this way. This is the way that our ancestors learned, through experience. Experience is the best teacher. It really is.
Bye.
Owl's coming. Owl's coming. Right there.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah, over
somebody's
there, he's
coming.
barking.
Okay, so we're ending the video, and we have a special guest. Well, hello.
Hey.
We got a special guest here. Hey.
Hey, logs are down.
Yeah, you know, we're getting there.
Wow.
What do you think?
Amazing.
We're doing it Lincoln log style.
Well, that's okay.
That's the thing behind
Whatever
you.
works.
Like that.
So look, this right
Yeah, I
here.
see that.
That's
neat.
how it's gonna look when we're done.
All right.
It's gonna look better than that. I think it's gonna look better.
Well, I hope it's a little bigger.
So we heard something funny earlier. We heard an elk.
I was just going to ask you if you heard the elk up here about an hour or two ago.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
they
so
were-
cool.
They were bugling.
They were bugling. Yeah, that was really neat.
I know.
I was surprised by that.
Love
That's so
hearing that.
cool. So yeah, we're getting by. What do you think of our shack here? You like it?
That is neat.
Do you think it'll hold rain?
I'm anxious to see. I think Saturday you're going to find out.
We're gonna find out. Yeah, we're gonna find out here very soon. Got a 100% chance of rain. So on the next episode, I'm gonna fix that saw, and we'll see if maybe you could come by and help us out with
I've been
it.
waiting for a call for
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't got around to fixing it yet, but on the next episode I'm gonna do that. I'm excited about trying it out. So we are super hungry, so we're gonna get to it and head out. Have you had your dinner yet?
Oh, no, I'm still on happy hour.
Oh, okay. Agent Trinity told me once that you are going to stay here until you can't chop firewood anymore, until you're too old to chop firewood.
That's
Is
my
that the
plan.
truth? I like that. I love that
Even
attitude.
stay longer and just buy some from somebody
Yeah,
else.
there you go. Well, maybe we can help you chop some firewood, I guess.
When I get too old to walk up to the
Right,
outhouse,
right.
maybe then.
There you go.
Yeah,
I love that attitude. You know, that is the kind of attitude that I imagine DB Cooper would have. No, just kidding. That is the kind of attitude that I imagine, or I hope that I would have, and that I imagine the kind of people who live a long time will have. So we can all look up to DB here. I mean, Al, for what it is that we're going to hopefully be in the future, and the kind of spirit we'll have. So, anyways.
You get too old, I just crawl out and sit by a tree and go to sleep.
There you go. Boy, that sounds like it, man. And that's the kind of attitude that I don't see today in the world, that we don't see. It's almost like death is a gift, you know? It's just a part of life, you know? I mean, what would it be like to just live in this like reality forever? We don't know. And so none of us have done that yet. Might be pretty terrible. So I want what's next. I want what's coming that's next. Or just the eternal sleep. So yeah.
That's all I'm
That's all
planning on. Yep.
Ow!
Well,
Faven likes to sleep
yeah,
up
Faven
here.
loves to sit up here. And
That's a good place when you see
what
that.
do you do?
Daddy,
There she goes.
Daddy.
See you, Faven.
Daddy,
You ready to go?
give me an actual cereal. After we eat,
After you eat, okay?
Wait, I want to show Al
The swing? Oh, okay. Axel,
Swing
he's got to show the swing thing.
Uh-oh.
So, this is a little twig
This is when the zombies come. This is Axel's attack,
off of a twig.
and then
Twig!
Ah,
And then I run away.
zombie destroyed.
that ought to kill him.
Yep, I guess so. Or at least knock them out for a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, remember, zombies are people too. So we love zombies. We need to love zombies just like everyone else. Sometimes we can beat the zombies. So life's an adventure. Love is the key.
What I prefer
We
for
love
zombies.
you. Agent Tex out.
I
One.
prefer zombies for knockout, run away. Zombies never find you again.
Okay. All right. Agent Tex out.
Agent DB out.
Oh yeah.
Agent
Humming.
Hummingbird out.
Agent X out.